Hello, Liz, Claire, Lee, and Christine. Here's the plan for Sharon Callan next week. Apologies for taking until today to nail it down. Sharon and I, and also Christine, really determined to make the time that Sharon has with us next week very pointy, very purposeful, and very targeted at exactly what our student needs are and what our teacher needs are at this point. So let me go through this real quick. I'm in a bit of a rush, so I'll go through it really quick. Year 4, when I'm explaining Year 4, you'll get an understanding of what it's going to look like in every year level. So what's going to happen is during this block, which is block 1 on Monday, we need Claire's class to be doing independent reading, just as you normally do independent reading, between 9:20 and 9:40. Don't make it any different to what independent reading looks like already. 9:20 to 9:40, Claire's class, doing independent reading. Then Joel's class need to be doing independent reading in that second 20 minutes, 9:40 to 10 o'clock. Sharon's going to come in. She's got a couple of tools she wants to use. She wants to gather data with you about the kids' reading habits and kind of what reading looks like in that context. And then if it feels right, she's going to confer with a couple of students and model the use of a conferring tool that we want to bring into the school. Then, because neither you or Joel, Claire, are teaching the next period, she'll debrief with the two of you. Then, in this block, which must be, I guess, lesson 3, she's going to do exactly the same thing with Ju's class for the first 20 minutes, 11:20 to 11:40, and then with Aviva's class for the second 20 minutes. And then because Ju and Aviva are not teaching then, she will debrief with them. She then travels and goes to the DC to run the after-school PD in the DC. Lee, there's been some timetable changes to make this work. Please see Janine about that. It's not a complex thing. It's just some straight swaps to make it work. So lesson 1 on Tuesday, she's going to be going into your room, Lee, between 9:20 and 9:40. So your class need to be doing independent reading at that time. Then she's going to go into David's room between 9:40 and 10 o'clock. So David's class need to be doing independent reading at that time. And then she's going to debrief with the two of you straight after, because you're not teaching then. Then lesson 3, she's going to go in and work with Mandy between 11:20 and 11:40. So her class needs to be doing independent reading at that time. And then she's going to go into Tammy's class between 11:40 and 12. So her class needs to be doing independent reading at that time. And then we've moved the schedule around so that she can debrief with Mandy and Tammy. You have Hebrew after lunch, so we're going to use that time for her to run the team meeting with your team and maybe talk a little bit more about the debrief, but also to introduce and explain the reading calendars with a view to us trying as a school these reading calendars in September. Year 3, Liz, you helped me with this morning, so you know exactly how this works for Year 3. Christine, Year 6, you helped me with this also. So you should know what's going to happen there with the team meeting here. This is a long team meeting. This is a longer team meeting for Year 3. Year 5, yours is a bit shorter. So we may look for an opportunity on Friday, perhaps to catch up again if necessary. That's it. Wow, that seems kind of straightforward. Except Claire, on Friday, she's going to be bringing your team back together to look at those reading calendars on Friday, lesson 2. So there's no major timetable changes. There's no everybody observing. She's just working one-on-one with each teacher and then debriefing in pairs or as a whole team, and then running the after-school PD sessions at Burwood on the Wednesday and at the DC on Monday. I'm in a conference for the next day and a half. Hopefully there's no questions. Please do make sure this is super clear to your teams. Like, they need to know, kids need to be doing independent reading in those times according to that. I'm sending this to you first to get your head around it and talk to the team, and then I'll send it to everyone tomorrow. All right, thank you. See you.